It would be nice to tell us where you're joining from. You could do that via chat. Let's just see in the chat box. Maybe you could tell us your name, all right, and where you're joining from. Where exactly are you joining from? Nice to meet you, Stanita. Christy from Ghana, awesome. What part of Ghana? Sandra from Accra, awesome. All right. Nice to meet you, Christy. Nice to meet you, Sandra. Okay, Volta. Ooh, really? Stanita from Accra, you're welcome. Deborah from Accra. Jemima from Accra, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yolanda from Nigeria, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm so excited to have us all here. This is a long-awaited, a long-awaited workshop. Okay, so do we have more people telling us where they're joining from? Before I take my eyes off the chat box. Okay, yeah, so Celine from Accra. Okay, Nana from Ghana. I hope I pronounced it right. Mary from Accra, Ghana. All right, you are all welcome. And tonight would be a transformative night. All right, Da Cruz. Okay, Da Cruz from Ghana. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, all right, all right. You're welcome again to Reflect, Refocus, and Reset Conference. And tonight, tonight we're going to take time to tell ourselves the truth. That's what we're going to be doing here tonight. Not the social media version. You know, there's something you want people to see when they look at you on social media, when you're on TikTok, when you're on Snapchat. That's not what we're talking about. We are going to tell ourselves the real truth. So we will take our time today or tonight to reflect, tell ourselves the honest truth. And we're going to refocus and reset our whole selves to ensure that we're doing well in 2026. But before I go on, I want to introduce I won't be doing this alone. I'll be doing this with Maudlin. Maudlin is a business finance coach. She is a woman with so much depth and wisdom. She's someone I deeply admire because she has demonstrated so much self leadership in the way she has handled her personal life and all the things that she has committed herself to. Now, she's someone who has grown a business from scratch. Today, she employs over 50 people and she has spread across two different locations. Now, this business serves both local clients and international clients within Africa, Europe, and America. Yes. So, yes, we're going to be doing this together. Maudlin is here with me. She's the founder and CEO of Wig Making by Lean, and she has coached over 500 people via her Good Steward class, teaching them about business finance. I'm sure you'll be looking forward to hearing from her. Well, so yes, we'll be doing this with her. And in case you've not met me before, so this is me. I'm sure you've been hearing one or two you might have been hearing from me on the WhatsApp community. That's if you join the WhatsApp group. So this is the voice behind most of the voice notes that you've been hearing. My name is Lacey Sampson. I'm a certified project management professional and I'm a product manager as well. I've spent over 6 years leading high performing tech teams. We've built software products, we've reset teams, yes, we've built team systems that enable teams to work together and reach their desired outcomes. So I have seen, in fact, I have a background in civil engineering as well as a background in software engineering. And from my background, you could see that I spend most of my time in male dominated spaces. And I've seen just a few women stand out out in those spaces. I've studied them carefully, and I could see how much they were able to design their lives in a way that they could stand out even in male-dominated spheres. So after in the course of all of my studies, I've devoted myself to help women develop so much self-discipline and leadership so that they can stand out wherever they find themselves and not just sit shallow because they are women. So yes, I'm a self and family leadership coach and the convener of New Eve Ghana. I'm sure you'll hear much more about New Eve Ghana as we go on. Then I'm also the founder of Lead Lambs Resources. So yes, we will be taking you on this journey tonight. So please sit still. Sit still tonight. Like I mentioned, you would reflect. Today, if you stick with us till the end, these are the things that we are promising you, or this is what we are promising you. You would understand why you feel stuck. And you will live with so much clarity, direction, and a clear system that empowers you. Let me say this again because this is our promise to you. You will understand why you feel stuck. And you would live with so much clarity, so much direction, and a clear system that empowers you, a clear system that drives you, a clear system that upholds you. Because really, just as James Clear said, we do not rise to the level of our goals. No, it's not our goals that motivates us or gets us going. No, we fall to the level of our system. So how far you rise depends on the systems that you have set in place. So tonight you're going to see what that is. You're going to know what that is, and we're going to set it together. So this is not a motivational talk. I like to say this. It's not a motivational talk. We are not here to tell you what you already know. We are here to walk with you so that you do the things you need to do. So some housekeeping before we continue. Please have your worksheets ready. Now, we had shared one, the pre-session worksheet. Open it if you have filled it. If you printed it and you have the hard copy, great. If you wrote it in your journal, please open it because that's where we're starting from. Then we also shared the Google Sheet. So team, please drop the link here on this chat. Right, just in case there are people who haven't accessed it yet, drop the link here so that they can copy it and keep it handy, because without it, you will just be looking at our beautiful faces, right? So we want you to participate as much as possible. Then you want to keep your pen and your notebook nearby, because you're also going to be going home with some truths, some deep truths that you need to take note of. Now, let me say this again. This is a practical session. If you know anybody who is to be here that is not here now, please send the person a message. In fact, put a reminder on the chat that we have started, because the truth is that when we start and people join in between, because it is not a teaching session in quotes, you might feel lost. They might feel lost, right? So you want to please notify them to begin to join now so that there's nobody beside them, sadly, to be asking any question, right? We are all online. So that they start and they follow through with us. So please stay present, minimize distractions, and stay with us till the end. Yes, stay with us till the end. I know I'm saying it because we have a special Christmas gift for whoever stays with us till the end. I'm sure you want to know what that is. Now, this is something that would further empower you for 2026. So we're not giving you gifts of things that are perishable. This is something that will further empower you for 2026. I see a chat here. Please give me a minute. Okay, all right, that's the worksheet link. So please check the chat box for the worksheet link in case you haven't got it. So please drop the two worksheet links, the pre-session and the today's workshop as well. So please drop the two of them. Also drop it on the WhatsApp community for those who would need to pick it up from there. And please send a reminder there that we are live. Okay. So as we go on, I'm just curious, and I want us to be very honest. Remember, we said today we are not reflecting our social media personality. We are reflecting who you are. So if you've ever felt stuck at any point in your life, if you've ever felt inconsistent, like you start something, you stop something, especially beginning of the year, you start with so much passion, so much commitment. You promise yourself that you do things better, but along the line, you don't even know where the drive went to. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, like you keep repeating the same goals every year and nothing seems to change, please can you drop a yes in the chat box, because we want to be sure that we are talking to the right set of people, and we want to be sure that whatever we are saying or whatever we intend to say actually meets your needs. So please, if you've ever felt stuck, you've ever felt inconsistent, you've ever felt overwhelmed, you've ever felt that you're not progressing as much as you want to progress, please, I want to see your responses in the chat box. I want to see your responses in the, oh yes, 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 yes. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for being honest. Thank you for more of the yeses are coming. All right. Thank you for being honest. So you see that this room is filled with us, right? It's filled with people, it's filled with women who have felt, or who has felt stuck, or who have had this circle of inconsistency at some point in their lives. And can I tell you something? You're not alone, right? Because right now, countless adults are struggling with consistency. So consistency is not a thing that is unique to women, neither is it a thing unique to just you. Countless adults are struggling with consistency. Now, I had to research these statistics. Approximately just 9% of adults follow through their goals all year round. So just 9% set goals at the beginning. So just imagine, just 9% of people who actually set goals at the beginning of the year follow through till the end. So can you see that you're actually in the majority? So you are not alone. You're not alone. So yes, this session is actually for you. If you have started a year with so much excitement, but you ended up feeling like you have failed, this session is for you. If you've written the same goals over and over again, like now a new year is starting, you're even already feeling reluctant to repeat yourself because it seems like it's not working. This session is for you if you've promised yourself that this time around, nothing will stop me. I must keep to my goals. I must stay consistent, but then along the line, you see yourself slipping back into old patterns and you recognize it. Not like you don't know when it's happening. You actually know that you're slipping, but you feel helpless about it. This session is for you. If you are secretly behind, if you feel secretly behind where you think you should be, you're already telling yourself, at this age, I shouldn't be here. At this age, I should have gotten this. I look at my mates. At this age, I should have done this. I'm getting older, yet see how far. This session is for you. So if you find yourself in any of these categories, please know that you are in the right place tonight, and you will definitely find the clarity, you definitely find the help, you definitely find the realignments that you need. Now, in the next 90 minutes, here are the things that we intend to cover. First, I'm going to say it again. We are going to reflect. We're going to reflect on why you struggled with consistency. We're going to reflect on the very things that make you feel stuck. So please get ready, and I will be taking you on that session. Then secondly, what we're going to do, you're going to refocus your goals so that they are aligned with the core of your existence. As we go on, you will definitely understand what we're talking about. By the time I'm done with my session, you will understand the need to refocus. And that's why Modlin is here. She will take you through refocusing your goals, and she would also take you through resetting your goals so consistency comes natural. So I have about 4 to 5 reasons to share with you while we are reflecting. Remember it's practical. But then I will share the first 4. Then allow Modlin to come and help us refocus. Then I'll come back to share the last reason, which I think for many of us is the biggest reason why we struggle with consistency. I will share that reason and tell us exactly what we must do if this year will be different. So you see why you need to stick with us till the end. All right. You don't want to keep repeating the same cycles and calling it a new year. Are you thinking about it? In the next 2 weeks or thereabouts, we'll be saying Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Hello, what's new about the year? What's really, it's the same sleep we slept. And it's the same sleep we're going to sleep and wake up. The same way we'll sleep this night and wake up in the morning. It's the same way we're going to sleep 31st and wake up in the morning. So really, what is new about the year if we are just continuing in the same cycles, if we're just continuing in the same pattern? What will make that 31st night new? is the different step or the different decisions and the different systems that we're going to set up that is very different from whatever we have been doing. That's just the truth. And guess what? Tomorrow can be your new year. By the time we are done today, tomorrow can actually be your new year, because you'll be waking up tomorrow with something new. Then it becomes a new year. Because 31st or 1st of January is nothing, there's nothing new about it. If you're carrying the same mindset, you're carrying the same thought process, you're carrying the same default systems that has been holding you all the while. So I'm sure that you definitely don't want to end 2026 on the same note that you ended 2025. Even if for some of us, we feel great about how we ended 2025, but we definitely want 2026 to be progressive. We definitely want to record a higher. In fact, for me, I've told myself, I'm not just planning, or I'm not just envisaging an additional growth. I want it exponential. It's different from addition. So we don't want to end 2026 the way we ended 2025 for no reason. No matter where you find yourself, whether you're happy or you're unhappy, you definitely don't want to end on the same note. You want to end on a better note. You want to end on a progressive note. If you're like me, I want to end it on an exponentially growing or growth rate. Yes. So if this is what you want, then you want to stick with us. So we are ready. Not so much talk. Get your worksheets. Please drop the worksheet for this session. We are going to start the reflection exercise right away. So please pick up your worksheet while I share my screen. So this is what your worksheet looks like. Do I have any message? All right, great. All right, cool. So you just let me know if you have it open. Let me locate mine. This is the worksheet I'm referring to. So this is what it looks like. It's in a Google Sheet format. And for those of us who needed help navigating Google Sheets, we dropped a brief tutorial yesterday or the day before to help you. So yes, this is what it looks like. Very simple to navigate. If you're opening it with your phone, it's fine. So I just want to get a yes to be sure we are on the same page, like yes, I'm on it, so that I can continue. You would also need the pre-webinar or the pre-session worksheet that we shared earlier, because you'll be feeding from there into this place. All right, yes, thank you. So I want to get more yeses. Yes, oh, beautiful. So you printed yours and you have it as a hard copy. Awesome. Are we ready? I just need more yeses. I get 2 more and we start. All right, yes from Jemima. All right. Okay. So, beautiful. Somebody says I can't find it. Please drop the link here again. So that she can quickly make a copy. Right, so you can just quickly make a copy and head on to your Google Drive or your Google Sheet. If you have Google Sheet installed, you will see the copy. Once you make a copy, go to your Google Sheet, you will see the copy in your recent files and open it from there. You can edit that copy straight away. So let me just give 1 more minute because I want everyone to be involved. All right, so please open your sheets in case you're just joining us now. We want to start the reflection exercise. So please open your sheets, get your sheets ready, open your sheets. Okay. All right, so I'm starting right away. So I mentioned that we are going to be talking about why, or we are going to be analyzing our data, analyzing our goals for 2025 so that we get to see clearly why we feel or why we felt stuck. And there are a number of reasons. Number 1 reason might not be your case. Number 2 might not be your case. Maybe it's number 3, maybe it's number 4, or maybe it's even the number 5 that I will talk about after modeling comes up. So you want to stay put, because I am definitely sure that you will find your own personal reason why you feel stuck and what exactly you can do about it. So the section 1 says heart health, relationship resources, right? Then we have the spirituality, emotional wellness, physical health, and all of that. From your worksheet 1, you had already reflected on the goals that you set around your heart. Your heart talks about anything around your character, the state of your heart, spirituality, that has to do with your heart. So if you had any goal that you set in that area, that's what we're talking about. If you had any goal that was health related, any goal that impacted on your emotional health and your physical health, that's what we're talking about. If you had any goal on relationships, how managing relationships, family relationships, social connections, maybe you wanted to get married, whatever goal that ties into relationship, that's what we're talking about. Then resources. Impact goes around impact, because yes, we gain impact. Goes around impact, goes around finances, goes around business, career growth, intellectual growth, that's where it falls. So let's get right into it. For section 1, you see the life area and the score. You want to score yourself, how much you felt that you grew this year spiritually. So the first talks of spirituality. How much efforts did you put into your spirituality, and how can you measure it? Like how do you feel that you've grown? Now we have from 1 to 10. 1 means like first step, at least I tried small. Then 10 means wow, amazing, like I put in so much effort into my spiritual growth, and yes, I grew spiritually. So you can choose any number between 1 to 10. So this is what it looks like. If I type a 1, I hope I can edit here. If I type a 1, then it reflects on my chart. Can you see this? We're trying to plot a radar chart so that we see something about that chart. So whatever you type here is just going to reflect. But don't bother about the chart yet. Let's just honestly answer. After answering, we can now come and read what the chart is saying. So that's for spirituality. I hope we're together. We're going to do that for every other area. Okay? So for emotional wellness, how much effort did you put into your emotional wellness this year? And how much did you yield? So if you felt that you put in so much effort and it yielded greatly, then pick a 10. If you felt like, emotionally, I was always down. In fact, most part of the year, it was just like a roller coaster. I'm high here, I'm low here. Then score yourself accordingly, okay? Physical health, the same thing. How much effort did you put into your physical health to ensure that you are healthy? You stuck to your exercise routines, you ate right, you did all the good things, score yourself. So whatever it is, if you feel it's a 0, put a 0. You can put even 0 there. You can put 1, between 1 and 10. If you have any question, you could drop in the chat. Somebody said my sheet doesn't look like this. Please, have you gotten the correct sheet now? Please attend to her. Thank you. So please do the same thing for physical health. Let me just fill up alongside. So as you keep filling up, your chart will be changing. If you're using your phone, you might need to scroll, but don't worry, finish the filling up, right? So family relationships, score yourself, how far you did, right? Social connections, how far you built better social connections this year, connections that helped you, that empowered you, score yourself. Then finances, how was your finances this year? How far did you grow financially this year? How comfortable are you with your growth? Score yourself. Don't mind me, I'm just putting 1 everywhere, but please give yourself the right scores between 1 to 10. Then business career, somebody is writing on my screen instead of reflecting. Okay, so please avoid your phones. All right, so business or career. How far did you grow business-wise or career-wise? How much effort did you put in and what was the outcome? Give yourself a number there. So intellectual growth, the same thing. Things you learned, things you studied, books you read, courses you went for. How much of all these things did you do this year? Give yourself a score. So now let's look at the chart I have here. So I just gave myself a 111. Talking about why you feel stuck. I shared this earlier in the group, so I'm going to say this again. You see, as a total human being, you have a spirit, you have a soul, and you are a spirit, you have a soul, and you live in a body. If anything affects any area of your life, even if it's just one area, if one area is not working well, it would affect every other area. Let me use a simple example that we all understand. If at some point in the year you felt terribly sick in your body, now because you were sick, you would not be able to attend to your business. Because you were sick, it would affect your relationship with your family. Because you were sick, because it will put a strain on your family, it will put a strain even on your finances. You don't even have enough energy to make the money. How much more energy to use the money for anything productive? You end up spending that money on drugs and all of that. So can you see how just one area that you were retarding in can affect every other area? Now, thinking about ourselves, this is called, what you have here, what I have here is called the life wheel. So whatever thing you have done here is your own life wheel. This life wheel is supposed to be a circle, at least close to a circle, so that it can rotate. That's why it's a wheel. So that it can progress, so that it can move forward. If you grow in one area, let's say your physical health, let me say your physical health was a 10, and then every other area was a 1-1. Or your spirituality, you did so well in your spirituality was a 10, and every other area you were just taking it nicely. Can you see what's happening to my wheel? Please, I want to be sure you're seeing it. Can you see that what I have here is no longer a wheel? It's looking like a bow or an arrow, something like that. This thing cannot spin. You see that physical health that you put more attention on, or that spirituality you put more attention on, and you did not put the same level of attention on another thing, is the reason why your wheel will not move. Is the reason why you will be stuck. So when we grow, when we put attention on ourselves to grow, it's important that we put a balanced attention in all these areas of our lives. You don't focus on intellectual growth and ignore your health. You don't focus on looking for money and ignore spirituality. You don't focus on, physical health and ignore your emotional health. Any part that you put less attention on will be your problem. Any part that you put more attention on will be your problem. So this is one reason a lot of people feel stuck, because they are chasing one thing and they tend to neglect the other things. All of these things is what makes your life move. It's what makes our lives move. It's what makes our life a perfect wheel. So really, it is better that you grow 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 in all these areas. 1 is not a bad score if that is how you're growing uniformly. 2 is not a bad score if that's how you're growing uniformly. It's better you're growing in a balanced way than for you to put more attention on one area and neglect the other areas. So we're going to be moving to number 2. Let me see if I have anything on the chat. Okay. So we're going to be moving to the number 2 reason why you feel stuck. All right, so we will go to section 2 now. We have the heart, the health, the relationship, and the resources. So please, you see that goal you had already reflected on worksheet 1. Just transfer it here. Whatever goals you had on your heart, concerning your heart, whatever goals you had concerning your health, whatever goals you had concerning your relationship, whatever goals you had concerning your relationship. Then I'm going to ask you this question. Right? You can choose to do the transferring now or later, but of course, you know what the goals are. So I want to ask you this question. Now, the outcome of those goals that you had, will it be measurable? Is it something that you can measure? Is it something that you can quantify? Is it something that you can put numbers to? Can you measure the realization? So if whatever you wrote as your goal for heart, I ask you, how did your numbers do? Can you put a number to it? Can you show me that, okay, yes, I actually measured it because it was measurable? That's one question. So if yes, put yes. If no, put no there. Do the same thing for the goals you set around your heart. Whatever you were working towards last year, One question, is it measurable? Can you measure it? It's just how you know whether I can measure it. Does it have a number to it? Can you count anything and say, yes, this was it? The same thing for your relationships. Can you count anything around that goal that you set, especially around the outcomes? Can you count anything? Your resources, the same thing. Can you count anything? Let me give an instance. Somebody can write, I want to really make more money this year. Now, more is good, but more is not countable. You cannot count what more is. So whatever you wrote, but if I say, I want to make $1,000 each month this year, then it's countable. So if I now check, okay, how many dollars did I make? $50 instead of 1,000. I know my gap. I know my effort. So is it countable? Relationship. I want to be able to make at least 3 friends that will impact this area of my life, that area of my life, that area of my life. It's countable. So when you make friend number 1 impacting a particular area, you know. Was it countable? If it's health, anything can be used to measure health. I want to eat just 1 meal every day, 2 meals every day, 2 rich meals every day. Or I want to lose weight from here to here. It's measurable. From 100 kg to 75 kg. You can track it. You can track it. Even heart is measurable. Let's say your spirituality, I want to read 1 verse a day. It's measurable. Or there's a particular character you are dealing with. Look for something that you can use to measure that character. So yes or no. Now, this is our number 2 reason. If your goals are not specific in a way that you can measure them, you will be stuck along the line. Because what specificity does for us is that it gives our brain clarity. You know, we talked about how the brain works in the chat if you joined earlier. It gives the brain clarity. The brain is clear on what it's working towards. But when it's not specific, when it's not measurable, the brain is not clear. The brain is confused. Think about it. You get into a room and everywhere is dark. You can't move. Even if you were moving, let's say there was light, you were moving, and ECG, there's not lights out. The first thing you want to do is to pause. Because at that point, you're not seeing. That's the purpose of clarity. So you need to be very clear on what you are aiming at. You have to be very clear on what goals you are setting to the extent that you can put numbers to it. Now you're putting numbers to it, meaning that you can now track it every day. You can track it every month. You can track it every quarter to know how you are doing. Because if you're not measuring anything, if you cannot see the numbers, if you're not tracking anything, you will repeat the same cycle. So let's move on to the next reason. You're going to categorize those goals now. Whatever goal you set, still in the same sections, heart, health, relationship, resources, you're going to categorize them into 3, right? Number 1 is be. I would explain. Number 2 is do. Number 3 is have. Now, look at the goals you set. If the goal you set under heart is geared towards what you would have, then give have. If you had 2 or 3 or 4 goals under heart, and then some are be goals, some are do goals, some are have goals, write it, specify which one is be, which one is do, which one is have. And let me explain what these 3 categories mean. Now, let me use finance, for instance. I want to have $10,000 this year. It's a have goal. I want to do business this year. I want to start a business this year so that I can make $1,000. Starting a business is a do goal. It's something that you're going to do. So check your goals. The goals you set, was it have, was it do, or was it be? Be goals is that I want to become prudent this year. Prudent enough to save 10% of every income that comes into my hand. I want to be financially intelligent this year. So financially intelligent that I get to understand how my finances work so that I keep clear financial records and see how my money is moving. That is a big goal. Okay, so please categorize your goals. And my eyes on the charts, just in case there are questions for me, so I take them. Please let me know if this is clear. Be, have, and do are the three category groups. I'm not sure I can understand that question, but let me just repeat myself for clarity. Now, whatever goal you set is either a big goal or a do goal or a half goal, right? So you can have a goal under finances. You can have three goals under finances. One is B, one is do, one is have. It's possible, right? Depending on the number of goals you had outlined in all the categories. So we have category hearts. So under whatever you wrote as your goal under hearts, tell us or tell yourself, this goal, the way it's sounding, is it about me becoming something, or me doing something, or me having something? So just look at it clearly and give yourself, write what it is, whether it's be, do, or have. I hope I answered your question. So the goal you set concerning health, I want to lose 10 kg. It's a measurable goal, but that is you having to lose 10 kg. So you are having it. I want to exercise 3 times daily. That is you doing exercise. So it is a do goal. I want to be health conscious. That is a big goal. I hope I'm clear. I want to be health conscious this year. I want to understand my body this year. I want to understand myself, my body, the way my body works, the way my hormones work. That is a big goal. Okay? So relationships, I want to be more emotionally intelligent. I want to attract 3 friends or have 3 friends in my life. That's a half goal. I want to attend functions this year. That's part of relationship. That's a do goal. I hope I'm clear. So please state what that goal is. You're not grouping, no. Whatever goal you had written down, just here now, write it, whether it's be or do or have. I hope we understand and we've been able to do that. So now let me explain what we have just done. And I think I would like to explain it with an example. Most times we, by default, set have goals, which is good because it drives you. But it's not enough to keep you going. It's not enough to even take you past where you already are. Why? Because to be able to have something, there are things you must do to be able to have that thing. It won't fall from heaven. To be able to have $1,000, there are actions you must take to be able to have $1,000. And guess what? For you to be able to take those actions, you must be a different person than who you were. If you set a goal this year that you want to have $1,000 and you did not have it, no, there's no offense there. You don't have what it takes. You are not like, within you, you don't have the capacity to do the things that will bring you $1,000. That's just the truth. For you to be able to do anything, or for you to be able to have any new outcome different from what you had already been having, you must be a different person. The person that will have the new outcome is not the person looking at me now. You must be a different person, because once you're a different person, you will do things differently that will bring that outcome. Let me give an example. Somebody can say, this year I need like 5,000 cedis so that I can do business, so I can be comfortable and financially independent. Please take note of the be, do, have words. I need to have 5,000 cedis. I'm looking for 5,000 cedis. If I have 5,000 cedis today, if I have 5,000 cedis today, I will be able to do business so that I can be financially free and comfortable. That's how the normal mind thinks. But can I tell you that thinking is what's keeping us stuck? Because you do not have before you do. Neither do you do before you become. You are doing what you are. I hope I'm clear. Whatever you're able to do today is as a result of who you are. So the right thing to do is that, or the right goal to set is, if you have, if you say, okay, you want to have 5,000 cedis, no problem. It's good to have it's good to set the outcome driven goals. But when you set outcome driven goals, you want to ensure that you set be driven goals. Who do I need to become so that I can do business in a way that I would actually make $1,000? Because if I give you, or if somebody gives you 5,000 cedis today, and you have not grown in capacity to be able to manage and multiply that resource well, that 5,000 cedis will fall to your level. If all you've been able to manage is 1,000 cedis, that money will fall to 1,000 cedis by default, no matter how much you try to keep it. In fact, the more you keep it, the more it's disappearing, and you ask yourself, I don't know what I did with this money. So you see that our goals must be big goals. Big goals are goals that impact on our mindset, our belief system, that impacts on the environment we create around us, the people around us, the things we hear. Big goals are the things that impact on our skill sets. So if you want to do business that you can make 5,000 cedis out of, you must increase your skill sets. Because whatever skill set you have can only yield whatever amount you're already having today. So if you want to increase the outcome, if you want to get more than you're getting now, then you want to do something about your belief system. You want to do something about your environment. You want to do something about your capacity, your skills. So outcomes are good, but outcomes should not be the focus. So if your goals, if you checked and most of your goals are half goals, that is the reason why you could not even do anything, because you can only do who you are. So the goal should be to become who can do so that you can have. In fact, having becomes a default by your actions. But you cannot do certain things if you have not become that thing. For instance, I call you now to come and fly an airplane. Like, why? How? I call you to come and drive a car and you don't know how to drive. You cannot drive. Your doing is a function of who you are, who you have become. So that thing you said you want to have this year, you did not have it without apology, because you have not become who can do the needful to have it. So the attention should be on who would I become. You have a goal to do something, or you have a goal to have something beautiful. Then you ask yourself, who must I become? How can I increase my mindset? How can I build the right relationships, change my environment to suit the person who can actually do the things that will yield this result? So yeah, that's it. Then my next reason. Oh, okay, my time is up. I should round up now. So my next reason is it's about your identity. Because let me give another instance just to tie it into this being. Now, what do I use now? You see a car. A car was designed for transportation. If this is a car, let's say you are a car. Okay, sorry. Let me use parts of the body. I think it will be easy to relate with. Let's say you are an eye, designed for seeing. It has unique features so that it can see. Then one day you wake up as an eye because you see everybody wearing hair and the hair looks nice. You say you want to be a hair, or you want to be a head. Or you say you want to be a leg because you like the kind of shoes that are trending now in the market. You want to be a leg. So your goal this year is how you can be a leg. Can you see that there's already a misalignment of identity and natural wiring? So that is another reason why we feel stuck. Why? There's nothing bad in desiring whatever you desire. But if that thing that you desire is not tied to who you are at your core, you will struggle with it because you don't have what it takes. A car was designed to transport people. Then all of a sudden, the car says he wants to start treating sicknesses. How? The engine was never designed to have anything to do with diseases. Like, you will keep struggling because that is a clear abuse of who you are. Because you're already using yourself, or you're already turning your use for something else. No matter how many people are, and especially now in the era of social media, a lot of people are doing things Oh, somebody has just gotten her master's. You want to get master's. Master's in what? What does not concern you? What does not concern where you're going? What does not concern what is inside your body or what you were wired for? So you finish the master's, it's useless to you. Or you enter the master's, you're struggling with it. So there is a need to understand who you are at your core. I'm not talking of your titles. I'm not talking about your profession. No. I'm not talking about developing professional skills. I'm talking about understanding who you are at your core so that your big goals aligns with that person. Modeling will come up and tell us more about that. That's why a refocus will be necessary. So let me tell you the next reason before I leave. But this one, you will do this exercise. Now, whatever goal, don't adjust your goals yet. You will do the adjustments in refocus. Don't be tempted to adjust your goals. Just leave it the way it is so that you can see clearly why you were inconsistent. You can see clearly why you felt stuck. That's the purpose of this session. So please don't adjust your goals. I'm saying it because I think somebody is already trying to adjust her goals. Okay, so under the heart now, whatever goal you had there, can you just answer this question? Why did you set that goal? Answer that why for all the goals that you set under health, under relationships, under resources. Just answer. Very simple. Don't overthink it. Why did you set this goal? Why was this your goal in 2025? You say you want to make $10,000. Why? 10,000 CDs. Why? You say you want to lose weight. Why? You say you want to pray more. Why? Don't get me wrong, you might have very awesome goals. Your goals might pass all the tests, right? It might be measurable, it might be big goals, it might be do have, everything complete. Why? You need to answer the question of reason. Because you see, the word motivation comes from a word motive, and the meaning of motive is reason. Why you lose motivation is if your reason is not strong enough, you lose drive. So my next column, column 6, says why 2, meaning the why of your why. Column 2, please follow me. Column F, whatever. Your why 2 is the why of your why, your first why. Why that why? Hope you understand. I think that should answer it. That's what you're writing in the next column. Why that's why? Why that reason? And we're going to go on to the third column. Why the why of your why? Yes. Now you have a third level why. I want to lose weight so that I can be beautiful. Why do you want to be beautiful? I want to be beautiful now so that I can be attractive. Why do you want to be attractive? That's how I want you to think about it. So ask yourself why up to 5 times and write it down. Can I beg you, don't be lazy to do this. Don't be lazy to write this, because this can be the breakthrough you need for life. And I'm not joking, because these are things that we have gone through and that is helping us. And that's why we thought to come and share. A lot of people don't do the work of pausing and thinking. And that's why this session is not just, you will write it. Anything you write is okay, shall write it. So ask yourself why up to level 5. And can I tell you something? While you're thinking and while you're writing, hope you have also written. Even if you've written just for heart or just for health, you understand the process, so you can actually do it after now if you're not able to meet up with doing it now. But let me tell you something. If you've asked yourself why down to level 5, and 2 things, you're not able to answer beyond level 2. You don't know again why. You see that your reason is shallow. Your reason for wanting to achieve your goal must be deep. It must have depth. You see, your reason is shallow. That's one reason why you felt stuck. Then number 2 reason why you felt stuck, or why you may have felt stuck on your goals, is that by the time you drill down, by the time you get to level 4, level 5 of your why, it must be connected to service of other people. If that goal of you losing weight does not have a connection to how you serve other people, you can't sustain it. Because you see, as humans, we were created to serve. Every human being. There's a level of fulfillment, there's a level of motivation, there's a level of consistency you will never attain if all you do is focused on yourself. If all your reasons for doing what you do is selfish. Think about the Dead Sea. See how toxic it is because it doesn't flow out. Even the choice of clothes you buy, by the time you ask yourself why up to level 5, if it doesn't connect to your service to other people, then you're missing the point. Then you cannot drive it. Then your motive is not motive enough. It's not reason enough. It's not deep enough. You might be wondering how can my exercise goal connect to other people? Oh yes, I need to be healthy so that I can serve you, so that I can serve other people. If I was sick, I wouldn't be on this call today. If I was sick, the transformation you're experiencing today will not work. So that's why I need to prioritize my health. Because if I don't prioritize my health, all what I have within me will be lying on a sick bed. Do you see that now? So my exercise and my losing weight, yes, it impacts me first, but by the time I drill deep, it impacts another person. So yes, I'm going to invite Maudlin. Maudlin, please, you can come on board now so that you can take us through the refocus, how we can refocus and reset our goals. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're welcome.
Hello. Okay. Hi, good evening. Good evening, ma. Good evening, everyone. Wow. Me, I was writing and filling up my sheets. I don't know about you because it has just been so eye-opening. This whole process has been so eye-opening. I'm learning so much. I've really reflected. And I want to tell you something. Tell yourself the truth. Don't lie to yourself today, oh. If you used to lie to yourself other days, today is the day to tell yourself the truth. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much for pouring out to us like this. You didn't hide anything from us. You just poured out your heart and gave us exactly what to do. Thank you for the practical section. Okay, so I'm going to be taking you on refocus. What does it mean for you to refocus? It means that you need to be aligned so that you're not making mistakes. You're not doing the wrong thing. Many times we are not focused on what we are supposed to be doing. We are out there doing what we are not supposed to be doing. And that is the main reason why we struggle. Let me quickly share my slides. Okay. Okay. Can you see my screen, please?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm coming. Screen. Start broadcast. Okay. How about now? If you can see my screen, please say yes,
Yes,
you can
yes,
see my screen.
yes, I can see your screen.
Okay, thank you so much. So I'm taking us on a journey of self-discovery. This is a journey to help us focus. This is a journey to help us know who we are at our core. Not that person that you are thinking you are, but the person you really are. There's a picture here where what do you see? You see a knife, right? You see that a knife is used for what? A knife is used for cutting. A knife can say, oh, I'm a knife. I want to cut. It's not even depending on the knife, but the user. The user can say, oh, I want to use this knife to cut vegetables. The user can say, I want to use this knife to cut ropes. The user can decide what he wants to use the knife for. Do you know, even the person that created this knife knows that he's creating this knife to serve the purpose of cutting. So you were created for a purpose. Don't think that you are just there existing. Don't think that you are just there occupying space. No, you are not a waste. So you are here for a purpose. Now, let me bust your brain. Imagine if a knife says, I love the way the washing machine makes noise. I love the way it gets clothes cleaned up, and I want to do that. Does the knife have the capacity to do that? Won't the knife go and tear all the clothes in the washing machine? Or imagine if the knife says, oh, I love the way the bag looks. I want to be like the bag. I want to carry things. Does the knife have the capacity to carry things? Does it have the capacity to carry weight? It doesn't. So you see that you will feel so tired. You will feel like you have wasted so much of your time. You will feel burnt out when you are setting goals that don't align to you, that don't align to your purpose, that don't align to why you exist. By the time we are done with this worksheet today, you would have clarity on who you are. Imagine if the knife is setting goals and his goals involves things like washing dishes, involves things like painting. Does the knife have the capacity to do that? And do you know that many times here we are like the knife? Many times we are like the knife. We set goals that we don't have the capacity to fulfill because that is not who we are. I like to give this analogy. Imagine a monkey. A monkey is made for what? Swinging on the trees, Abby. Just say yes. Except you have something else that a monkey should be doing. Just say yes in the chat box. What is a monkey made for? Swinging on the trees, right? Imagine if the monkey now says, oh no, I don't want to swing on the trees. I don't want to swing on the trees anymore. I want to focus on swimming. I like the way the fish goes into the water. I like the way the fish swims. It's very interesting. Imagine if the monkey wants to do what the fish does. Instantly, the monkey is setting itself up for struggle. So I want you to ask yourself one question. Have you been living life trying to imitate someone else? Or have you been walking in your authentic self? And be honest with yourself. I told you, this section, don't lie to yourself. Tell yourself the truth. Are you being your true self? So I told you guys I'm taking you on a journey. So we're going to be going step by step on that journey. And the first part of it is purpose. The journey of self-discovery starts with purpose. Purpose is what will give you clarity. Clarity of why you exist, clarity of why you're even setting that goal that you are setting. You just finished a list now of what you want to have, who you want to be, the goals you have set previously, or the goals you have set this year. You finished that list now. Now, that goal, those goals you have written down, do they align with your purpose? You want to make this amount of money, you want to start this business. Does that business align with your purpose? Or your own focus is on just how you will make money? Do you know when you even tie making money to your purpose, making money becomes easy? Any goal you tie to your purpose, automatically you begin to experience ease. So what is your purpose? Because it is your purpose that will give you direction. It is your purpose that would make you to move. Because at this point now, you now know that, okay, you are heading to this place. What is your purpose? What is your why? I don't know if you've heard this statement that says, where there is no why, abuse is inevitable. When you don't have a why for setting that goal, definitely, it's not even going to reach the month of March. You will just stop doing what you're supposed to be doing. Who can guess what's next on this journey? This journey of self-discovery. You can guess in the chat box. What do you think is next? Okay, so the next one is people. People. I'm taking you through this journey, so when we start filling the sheets, you would have understanding of what you're supposed to do. See, yeah, after your purpose, trust me, you need people. You cannot live this life on your own. And we don't even exist for ourselves. We exist to serve people. So ask yourself, who are you called to serve? Based on your purpose, who should you even be listening to? Madam Leslie mentioned something. She said, are you going to do masters because you saw someone else doing masters? So what kind of people do you even want to surround yourself with? Do you want to go and do masters because it aligns with your purpose? Or should you be going for a different kind of training, a business training, what should you actually be doing? What kind of training do you need? What kind of people do you need to surround yourself with? Who do you need to learn from? Who should you be listening to? Do you know that if somebody's purpose is being let me use a knife, for example, and your purpose is being a washing machine, these are just abstract examples. If you go and start listening to what the knife is saying, it's possible that you would not gain clear direction because that person is not on the same path with you. So for your purpose, there are people that you need to listen to. There are people that you need to surround yourself with. Ask yourself, who do you need in your circle? For your relationship goals, what kind of friends do you need to make? What kind of friends will push you closer to that person you're supposed to become? Who do you need? The next person or the next thing you need on this your journey is vision. Can you see the big building there? Can you see how it's shining? So your vision is that big picture that is in front of you. It is that big picture that pushes you. Do you know many times you don't continue to chase your goals because you can't even see the big picture self. You say you want to lose weight. You want to go from 75 kg to 65 kg. Have you sat down to imagine yourself in 65 kg? Have you sat down to imagine yourself climbing the scale and you're 65 kg? Have you sat down to imagine yourself wearing those clothes and you fit those clothes you want to wear? And this applies to every other goal. Have you sat down to look at the big picture? For your financial goals, have you sat down to look at the big picture? Or you don't even have any vision at all. You're just going with the flow. Do you know going with the flow is the reason why the flow used to die middle of the year? Going with the flow is the reason why you did not achieve your 2025 goals. So what is the big picture you want to put in front of you? I have this big picture that I'm going to teach on YouTube. I'm going to consistently show up there teaching because I see myself being able to reach millions of people. Because if I see that big picture in my mind where I would reach millions of people, it pushes me to put in the work. So what big picture have you put in front of you? For every goal you have, what big picture? Even the person you want to become, that's when you think about your life, do you see that picture? Do you know who you want to become? Can you see that person already living out that reality? That's the reason why we have things like vision boards, just to help us see. Because many times, because we cannot see, we stay stuck. So what are you seeing? Ask yourself, just tap your chest and say, call your name and say, what am I seeing? I'm asking myself, modeling, what are you seeing? Ask yourself, what are you seeing? What big picture are you seeing in front of you? You see, blindness is the reason why many people don't move. So cast a vision. Cast a vision. The next one is mission. Can you see the footprints in the picture? Where are these footprints leading us to? Shay is leading us to the big picture. So your mission, it is your how. It is how you get to the big picture. Your vision is the big picture. So your mission is how you now get to that big picture. The steps you're going to take daily to help you get to that big picture. If you know that, if you take these steps daily, before you know it, you will get to this your goal. Or let me give another example. You have a tree you're trying to cut in mind. It's a very, very big tree. This tree is so huge. And you tell yourself that if you cut this tree, if you even use an axe to hit that tree, even if it's 5 times every day, before you know that tree will fall down. So you using your axe to hit that tree every day. It is your mission now. It is the steps you're taking towards cutting down that tree. You want to lose weight in 2026. What are the steps you're taking to achieve that vision that you have in your mind, that big picture? You want to have a relationship with God. You want to grow in your spiritual life. What are the steps you're taking? You want to get close to God. Okay, what steps are you taking daily to get you closer to that big picture? Because if you don't take any steps, what will happen to you? Your year will waste because you have not moved towards your big picture. Are you seeing why the big picture is so important? Now we're going to quickly go to our worksheets. If you have the worksheets, then let's quickly head to refocus. Are you guys still with me? If you're with me, kindly unmute yourself and just say, I'm following. Hello.
Hi, sorry, they can't unmute. So yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, no problem, ma. Thank you. Okay, so the first question we have here, I'm going to take you through these questions, and I would love if you fill them as we are on the call. At least fill as much as you can so that you don't procrastinate and then you leave it for next year when you can handle this thing this year and start well next year. Number one question is, what do you love doing? I know this question might sound so simple, but that's how I discovered my purpose. What do you love doing? When I asked myself this question, I discovered that, oh, I love teaching. Whenever I learn something new, I will not have peace until I've shared it with somebody else. And this is me that used to be very shy before. So to think I love teaching now. So what do you love doing? I've told you my own. I love teaching. What gives me joy? What gives me fulfillment? Sharing what I've learned with other people. So what do you love? What do you love? Write it down. It sounds simple, though, but trust me, there's something here. What do you love doing? What do you do that when you do it, you're so happy? It's like they just gave you $1 million or something like that. What do you do that when you do it, you feel peace in your heart, you feel fulfilled, you feel like you are on the right path? What do you love doing? Number two question is, what are you good at? Naturally, effortlessly, like when you do it well. What are you good at? So I want you to begin to look at your skills. Maybe it's something you had to learn. Maybe it's something you have practiced over the years. Maybe it's something that just comes to you naturally. What are you good at? If you can even write 3 things you are good at, please write it down. What are you good at? Like me now, I'm good at anything wigs, I'm good at it. Anything business, financial organization, I'm good at it. Teaching, I just love teaching. I told you that's what I love. Let me focus on what I'm good at. So what are you good at? What do you do well naturally? Write it down. Number 3 is, what do people say you are good at? It's possible that you feel like you're good at something, but then other people are thinking that you're good at other things. So what have you gotten compliments from other people on? Maybe your friend told you, oh, wow, Nana, you are so good at editing videos. Oh, wow, you're so good at this stuff. Like somebody telling a knife, oh, wow, knife, you're so good at cutting. Whenever you cut vegetables, you cut it so well. All the people say you are good at. Can you see that if someone tells a knife that, even the knife will begin to think, and some people are saying, I'm good at this, I'm good at this. Maybe it's a sign, or maybe there is something here. Do you know even your money goals? If you know what you are good at, it becomes easy for you to make money. Trust me. What do people say you are good at? If you don't know, if you have zero idea, go and begin to ask your friends. Ask friend 1, please, what do you think I do well? What am I good at? Ask your friends and gather that information together. Ask friend 2, ask your sister, ask your brother, ask people around you. What are you good at? Let me give you a secret here. One of the ways for you to even know what you are good at is from serving. So I always advise people, serve. Don't run away from service, because service is a training ground. Service will show you what you are good at. Service will even help you to uncover skills and strengths you did not even know that you have before. So don't run away from service. Number 4, write down 2 things that you have done successfully in the past. What have you done successfully? Maybe you were told to lead a group of people and you led them well. They were very happy. You got compliments. You got good reviews. You did it very well. Write it down. Maybe you're able to bake a cake for this person having their wedding, and you did it so well. The couple were so happy. The people that attended the wedding, they were happy. Don't even undermine anything. That's why I'm giving all these examples. Write down 2 things that you have done successfully. If you have something that whenever you do it successfully, like you have repeated success stories from that particular thing, write it down. I hope you're writing. I hope you're writing. Let your mind begin to think. Or just be thinking, what are those things that I've done successfully? Think back to 2024, think back to 2023, 2022. What have you done successfully? When you've done something before, it's very easy for you to do it again. That's why I advise you guys to save. If you have done something before, it's very, very easy for you to replicate it. It's very easy to redo it again and to even do it better self, because you now have experience. Number 5 question is, what would you like to change in the world? So I'm thinking about this question, and what's come to my mind is, many of you have that deep burden in your heart. You're listening to me now. You have that deep burden in your heart. Whenever you go to bed, whenever you wake up, you feel like, I should go and do this thing. I should go and start this group. I should go and speak to this particular group of people. I should go and help these people. You have that deep burden in your heart. We are in 2025 already, the end of 2025, but you have ignored it in the whole of 2025. That cannot continue in 2026. Write it down. What problem do you feel a burden to solve? What do you feel like these people, if you talk to them, they will listen to you? This thing, if you do it, you will do it so well. What problem do you feel a burden to solve? That whenever you see people that are passing through that problem, it's like your heart is breaking. You are feeling like, oh, I can help these people. If only I take that bold step. What do you feel that burden for? Personally, I feel a burden for business owners. When I see them just charging certain prices, I will even go and begin to look at their pricing. I'll calculate everything for them. And I'll say, this person is not making profit. They're just wasting their time. And their business and their finances will continue to move in like a vicious cycle. I feel so bad for them. That's the reason why I started the Good Steward, to help other people, because I've gone through that mess. And I know what it feels like to have disorganized finances as a business owner. So out of that burden, I created something. So what problem do you feel a burden to solve? Number 6 is, how would you like to solve this problem? Do you know that many people here, they have things that they are so passionate about. They have things that they are so good at, but they are not even able to create any income for themselves with that thing, because they have not created a package for anybody with that capacity that they have. So how would you like to solve that problem? This is a cause and effect something. If you're able to create a solution for that problem, like the effect is that you begin to create value and you get income from it automatically, effortlessly. So those of you that have financial goals that you did not meet in 2025, I'm going to ask you this question again, and I want you to take it very seriously. How would you like to solve that problem? Because money hides in problems. How would you like to solve that problem? If you continue to go on with your life without solving the problems that you are created to solve, do you know what's going to happen? You will continue to feel like your life, there is no purpose. You continue to feel like your life is empty. You continue to feel like your life is not serving anybody. Why? Because you are not creating any impact for other people outside yourself. How would you like to solve this problem? Please write it down. You see, I'm hammering on every question because I want everybody to take their time to write down what is in their hearts, what is going on in their mind, and to write down the truth, most importantly. Number 7 is, for whom would you like to solve this problem? Who do you want to solve this problem for? When we were going through the self-discovery journey, I mentioned people. So there are people that you are called to serve. Your purpose in this life includes that. Like you're made to serve those people. The way a knife in the kitchen is made to serve the owners. or whoever purchases it. Who would you love to solve this problem for? If you can even define these people and say these people are this, like write it as it is. If they are children, write it children within the ages of 1 to 3. Write it down clearly. Some of you are called to children. If it is business owners, write it down clearly. If it is the youth, people in university, write it down clearly. Who would you like to solve this problem for? Number 8 is, which of the problem will they be willing to pay you to solve? This kind of thing, you know that when you solve this problem for these people, you can make money from it. They are going to pay you. Why? They're not paying you because they just want to pay you. They are paying you because they are getting value. So you see all that feeling of, oh, you're not doing anything purposeful in your life. You don't have anything you're doing so well. Who can pay you to solve a problem? Write it down. Which problem will people be willing to pay you for you to solve for them? What can you do well for people that they will say, oh, I'm so grateful for what you have done for me. Please take this token. And they will even tell you that, oh, this thing that you have done for me, this money that you're even asking me for is not enough. I want to even give you more. What can you do for people like that? Which problem can you solve for people that they can pay you? I hope you're writing. If you're writing, you're on the right track, because that's why we are here, to reflect, to refocus, and to reset. Number nine. What future do you see for yourself? If you can even close your eyes and imagine, what future do you see for yourself? Spiritually, how do you see yourself? With your relationships, what kind of future do you see for yourself? With your resources, what kind of future do you see for yourself? What kind of future? What is the big picture you see for yourself? Do you know, when I close my eyes, I know where I'm going. I know my destination. And that is what drives me. Every single action I'm taking, every single goal I'm setting, they are all connected to that future that I see for myself. And because I know that future is in front of me, I'm motivated. Nobody needs to beg me to be consistent. I know that I don't have a choice. If I'm going to achieve that big picture in front of me, I have to do what I have to do. What future do you see for yourself? How do you see yourself? What is the perception you have of yourself? I'm speaking to someone. If you have that future of yourself that nothing is going to come out of you, it's a lie. It is a lie that the devil has sold to you. What picture do you see for yourself? If you see yourself as achieving nothing, because many people have told you nothing good can come out of your life, I'm here to tell you it is a lie. You can paint a new picture for yourself. You can create a new purpose, a new destiny, a new life for yourself, not the false one that people have fed you. Your creator created you with a distinct purpose. What future do you see for yourself? Many of us, we've had dreams. Sometimes we've had revelations. We will just sit down and begin to see things about ourselves, about who we are supposed to become. I'm here to tell you that it's possible. Maybe you've heard somebody telling you, wow, you can do this, that kind of thing. What future do you see for yourself? Please write it down. The next one is, what future do you see for others because of yourself? This is from you solving problems for people. What future do you see for them? Are you bringing happiness to other people? Are you bringing clarity? Are you bringing hope to other people? Because the day you start doing what you're supposed to do, that's the day many people are going to get deliverance. Because many people, their destinies are tied to you. You're listening to us now, and you're gaining something. You're gaining clarity. So imagine if we did not work on ourselves so that other people can be able to gain something from us. And you listening, there are also things you can do for other people. So what future, what impact can you create in the lives of other people? What future do you see for other people because of you? Because they encountered you, something changed in their life. Write it down. What future? Number 11. You see, I have only 12 questions and it's very intentional. I'm sure as you're filling in these questions, your eyes are opening. Number 11 is what distracts you, what drains you. Why am I asking this question? Because if you don't know what is distracting you and what is wasting your time, it will be hard to take advantage of all this information that you are gathering this evening. It will be very difficult. What constantly distracts you? Is it your phone? Is it entertainment? Is it even your friends? What distracts you? Think about your year. Is it procrastination? What is that thing that stopped you over and over and over and over again from achieving your goals? What is that thing that stopped you from becoming that person that you have envisioned in your mind? What is that thing? Write it down. Write it down, because there are many things you would have to let go of so that you can create space, so you can create time for you to achieve your goals. What distracts you? What drains you? What wastes your time? What wastes your time? Is it the wrong company? Be truthful to yourself. I told you guys, this is the time to tell yourself the truth. No lying. Tell yourself the truth. What distracts you? And number 12 is, what is the one thing you feel led to do in this season? What is that one thing? Like you know it in your heart that if only you're able to do that one thing, oh, your life can even change. What is that one thing you feel led, that you feel strongly in your heart that, oh, I need to do this thing? What is it? What do you feel led to do? It's a strong feeling. Like you can't even get rid of it itself. You wake up, you think about it. You sleep, you think about it. What is that thing you feel led to do? What is that thing that has been occupying your mind, occupying your thoughts? You can't have peace. What do you feel led to do? What do you feel led to do? You sleep, you wake up, is all you can think about. In fact, you feel like you're not going to even be walking in alignment. You're not going to be walking in clarity until you do that thing. What do you feel led to do? So the purpose of all these questions I've asked you is to help you get into alignment. Is to help you know your why. To help you know your who. Who do you need in your life? Who do you need to speak to? Who do you need to spend time with? Who do you need to help? Who needs you? Who needs what you have? It's to help you know your vision, to help you know your where. Where are you heading to? Where are you going? What's the big picture in front of you? And it's also to help you know your how, your mission. How are you going to get it? Do you know when all of this connects together? It's like you're working in a nice ecosystem. There's alignment. Everything is moving smoothly. That is the experience. And when you can connect all of this together, you connect your purpose to the right people, to your vision, to your mission, what happens is alignment. And from alignment, you experience consistency. Consistency with ease. Consistency with ease. I'm so excited. How are you guys feeling? Have your eyes been opened? Were you able to fill up your sheets? Were you able to fill up your sheets? I'm coming quickly to the chat box to see what's happening there. Were you able to fill up your sheets? Did you learn something? Before we get into reset, we just finished refocus. Were you able to fill up your sheets? If you were able to, please put yes in the chat box. Please put yes in the chat box if you were able to fill up your sheets. I want you to also go the extra mile to write down what stood out to you the most. What have you discovered about yourself from this meeting so far? What have you discovered? Just quickly write that down. Just one word. One word. Okay, someone is saying she wrote it down in a notebook. Beautiful. Beautiful. As long as you have written the vision, you have written the plans, it's now clear. You can see it. You can see the big picture. Okay, thank you so much for your participation. Like we said, we have not come here to give you motivational talk. We're making this as practical as possible so that you don't leave here feeling like you just came to hear. No, you did not come to hear. You came to do. You came to reflect, refocus, and reset. Okay, now we are entering into resetting. So you see, Madam Leslie said that don't worry about the goals that you have written previously because we will come back to them. I'm sure you see why. We will come back to them. So based on everything you have heard today, let me turn on my video. Based on everything you have heard today, you can see that you can now set the right goals. You can set the right goals. You now have clarity to set the right goals. You have the right purpose. You know the right people that you need in your life. Not people that are going to be dragging you backward to 2024 when you should be entering 2026. You now know the right vision to have and the steps that can help you to achieve that big picture, that goal, that vision that you have set in front of you. So now I'm going to be asking you a question. What is your goal? You know, you already wrote down your goals in the workbook. What is your goal based on your heart? What is your goal? Are you trying to get closer to God? Are you trying to have intimacy? Are you trying to read books that will help your spiritual life? What is your goal when it comes to your heart? Are you trying to work on your love life? You notice that inside of you there's so much negative energy, so much envy, so much bitterness. When you go and you scroll online, all you can feel is, oh, why am I not achieving my own goal? Look at what this person is doing. You have so much negative energy inside of you. And you want to work on your love life this year. Write it down. Working on love, growing in love is your goal. It's a heart goal. Write it down. You want to grow in patience. You notice that, you get angry easily. It's a heart goal. Write it down. Write it down. You want to become someone who spends more time in prayer, who spends more time in worship, who spends more time knowing her creator. Write it down. It's a heart goal. What is your goal? When we go to your health now, what is your goal? Do you want to become someone that genuinely cares about her health and puts in the work to achieve her goals? Write it down. Do you want to become someone that is stronger, that's not feeling tired? You just climb small stairs. Next thing you're breathing like you want to faint. Do you want to become stronger? Write it down. Emotionally, you know that you overthink. Someone tells you something bad, or you get like negative reviews or bad words from people, and you overthink on it, or someone, or your friend, or someone close to you, a relative, tells you something bad. It can even be heartbreak self. And you think about it, overthink about it. You begin to think about all the words, word for word. The person said, you are a mistake. You begin to think, I am. You think about you think about mistake. You overthink everything. And you know that it is not helping you. You have too much of negative words inside of you. Write it down. You're going to pour in the right words. You're going to say the right words to yourself. You're going to read books that will help you emotionally. Let me give an example for myself. So I'm someone that before, words used to really move me. I believe in the fact that words can break and words can build a person. So if I get negative words, I will definitely overthink it because of my personality. I don't know if someone else is like me. If you're like me, just say, "Oh, I'm going through the same thing," in the chat box. So I used to be like that. But I noticed that whenever like I study the word of God and I read my Bible, the words in the Bible, it takes away the negative words that people have poured inside of me. I don't know what it is for you. It can be any other thing that you hear or you read that will help take away negative words away from you. So ask yourself, emotionally, how can you get stronger? How can you become intelligent emotionally? It doesn't even have to be the Bible. It can be mentors, people that you go and listen to, that they've been able to grow in that area. Write it down. What is your goal? Emotionally, what is your goal? Are you going to read a book on emotional intelligence? Write it down. Relationship wise, what is your goal? What kind of people do you want to surround yourself? What kind of events do you want to go for? What is your weakness when it comes to relationship building? Is it communication? Is it being available? Write it down. Write down how you want to fix it. Write down your goal for your relationships. And then financially, what is your goal? So, we're advised to set goals based on who we want to become. Do you want to become, like, my financial goal for 2026 is that I'm going to be vocal, I'm going to be visible. And from me just becoming vocal and becoming visible, a lot of things are going to come out of that simple goal. Just me being vocal, me being visible, vocal about the things I have, vocal about the problems I can solve. Why am I saying that? Closed mouths don't get fed. Yes. It is who knows what you can do that will determine who will help you or who will patronize your services. So my financial goal, if you want to copy it, please enjoy yourself. Feel free. We can all be vocal and visible together in 2026. Praise the Lord. Oh, next one is, what version of you must die to achieve this goal? What version of you must die for you to achieve this goal? What version of you must die? Do you know that for the new version of you to come forth, for the new version of you to show itself, that version of you, maybe it's that shy version of you that does not want to allow you to be vocal and visible. Maybe it's that version of you that overthinks. Maybe it's that version of you that acts up, angry when certain things happen. You will not calm down to look at what is going on. That version of you would have to die. So what version of you is an obstruction? What version of you has become that big limitation, that hindrance in your life, stopping you from achieving your goal? Please write it down. Write it down. I told myself that the version of me that must die is the version of me that would have something good and keep quiet. You see, that version of me, it cannot follow me to 2026. That version must die. I don't know about you, but I know that a version of you must die. That version is stopping you from achieving your goals. Write it down. When it comes to your heart, what is that version? When it comes to your health, is that version of you the version of procrastination that will say, "Oh, I don't want to exercise today," or "No, I don't have gym clothes to go to the gym"? What is that version of you? Is it the version that likes to give excuses? Write it down. The excuses version of me must die. Write it. Is it relationships? Maybe the version of you that is always getting angry and making you not to be able to build solid relationships. That version of you would have to die. Write it down. Financially, what version of you must die? Is it the version of you that is to think small, cannot think big, always think small, 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 small? That version of you needs to die. Write it down. I'm just giving random examples. So think about yourself. What version of you must die today? Not tomorrow, today, now. Write it down. The first step to killing that version of you is identifying that this version cannot follow you, and you identify by writing. So please write it down. Number 3 is, who must you become to achieve this goal effortlessly? Who must you become? Who must you become to achieve this goal effortlessly? For your heart goal, if your goal is love, you might have to become someone that forgives, someone that does not keep anger and pain in her heart. You might have to become that person. So write it down. Who do you have to become to achieve your heart's goals? Do you have to read more books that will help your spiritual life? Who must you become? Do you have to become a reader? Write it down. Do you have to become someone that meditates? Like, do you have to become someone that is not so rash, wakes up and is just actively doing things and not calming down to even reflect, not calming down to meditate, not calming down? Who must you become? Health-wise, who must you become? Do you have to become someone that cares about the kind of food she eats? Do you have to become someone that cares about the kind of company she keeps? Who must you become? To achieve that relationship goal that you have written, who must you become? Maybe you have goals on making $100,000 this year, $10,000 this year, 10,000 CDs this year. Who must you become? Which version of you will effortlessly achieve that goal? You see my financial goal? I told you guys, the version of me that can achieve that goal, that version of me is not quiet. That version of me is vocal. That version of me is not saying, oh no, I don't want to show myself. That version of me is showing herself. Who must you become? That version of me is bold. To achieve your financial goals, do you need to become someone that is bold to achieve your goals effortlessly? Write it down. Number 4 question is, what must you think about daily? I told you guys about the power of vision, seeing that big picture. If you need to go to Canva and begin to put pictures together, just so that on your phone self, on your walls, everywhere you go, you can see that big picture. Please do it. Please do it. What must you think about? Because sometimes it's hard to think if you don't have a picture to look at. So if you can even put those pictures together, who must you think about? When you close your eyes, what version of you comes to your mind? Oh, who must you think about? Heart-wise, who must you think about? Health-wise, who must you think about? The easiest way to achieve something is when you can envision it, you can see it in your mind, like it will feel so close to you, like it's just a matter of time before this version you can see in your mind or this picture you can see in your mind, it becomes your reality. Your financial goals, who must you think about daily? Daily, who must you think about? Number 5 is, what must you tell yourself daily? So I believe that there are 2 main types of content we consume. The content that we consume, the content inside of us, what we tell ourselves. Do you know that you talk to yourself a lot, more than you even talk to people sometimes? Because many times you are in your head, like you are hearing your thoughts, you are hearing what's on your mind, like things are going through your mind. So what must you tell yourself daily? In your mind, are you going to be telling yourself, oh no, I can't achieve this goal? It's not possible now. Who has done this before? People have done it though. Hey, you don't know them. That's the problem. People have done it. So you see where people comes in. Purpose, people, vision, mission. You see where it comes in. What must you tell yourself daily? Are you going to tell yourself that, oh, I can do this? I am highly favored. Wherever I step into, I'm blessed. What kind of affirmations are you going to write that connects to your purpose, that connects to who you are? Let me give an example. For my affirmations, I made it like a Thanksgiving. I say, I'm thankful because I am this. I'm thankful because I am that. I put my affirmations like that. So what must you tell yourself daily? Daily. Words are powerful. Words have life. So look at every aspect, heart-wise, health-wise, relationship-wise. What must you tell yourself? Financially, what are you going to tell yourself? Oh, You can say, I have the capacity to contain wealth. I have the capacity to solve global problems. What are you going to tell yourself daily? Daily, daily, daily. Next one is, who do you need to associate yourself with? I know we spend a lot of time in the online space, many of us. Many of us don't like to go out. Many of us like to stay indoors. So digitally, in the online space, who do you need to spend time listening to? Do you know that many people that have blessed my life this year, I've not seen them in person. I hope you're feeling your shits, by the way. I hope you're feeling your shits. So I've not seen them in person, but they have so much blessed my life from me just listening to them. And my YouTube showed me that when I looked at what I consumed this year on YouTube. So who do you need to spend time with physically? Who do you need to spend time with? So you say the New Eve community, spending time with the people there, going for the meetings monthly, it so much helps my 2025. That singular association, it shaped my 2025. It gave me so much clarity. Even my friends, the kind of friends I hang out around. Oh, when I listen to them, see, my friend called me today. She said, Madeline, you have to do this. Why are you taking time to do this thing? Because I'm trying to make a transition in my business. She told me, why am I taking time? So do you have friends that will call you and tell you about your goals? Do you have friends that will show you how you can achieve your goals? Who is in your circle? Because the quality of people you have around you determines the quality of your life. So look at it for your heart. Who do you need to listen to? Who do you need to spend time with? Who do you need to speak to? Even though you have to pay that person, sometimes, some things will not change until you pay money for it. Let me give an example or share a story. I was going through some problems in my business when it comes to structure. I told myself, you see, this problem, it has to end. I had to pay for a class in another city. I paid for a flight ticket, paid for a hotel bill, I spent so much money. Like the money I spent to get to the location itself is more than ×5 of the class price. I spent so much because I knew that I'm going to get something there. To be honest, I did not really understand bulk of what was taught in that class, but I left the class with one thing. Do you know that one singular thing changed my business? I've been able to run a business for 2 years without being present just because of that one singular thing I got from that class. Sometimes you're going to just get one thing from who you associate yourself with. Oh, that one thing can change your life. So who do you want to keep in your circle? Number 8 is, what skills do you need to learn? What character do you need for you to achieve this your goal? What character do you need? For financial goals, some of you need to change your character. Some of you need to learn new skills. You might need to learn marketing. This year I had to learn marketing. Last year I had to learn about people. So it helped me with hiring and things like that. I had to understand people, psychology, temperament, all of those things. They really helped me. So what do you need to learn? What new skill do you need to learn? What new knowledge do you need to gain? What new wisdom do you need to apply? Write it down. Based on your heart, what do you need? What new skill do you need? Based on your health, what do you need? It can be you need to learn how to make juices. You need to know the juices that solve like the combinations of fruits that solve different problems. So you now begin to make juice out of them. So what do you need to learn? What skills do you need to learn? Please write it down. Relationship-wise, what skills do you need to learn? Do you need to learn anger management? Do you need to learn how to communicate better? What skills do you need to learn? Do you need to learn how to relate with people? Do you need to learn public speaking? What skills do you need to learn? I hope you're writing. And don't worry, anything you cannot fill up now, don't forget to revisit this sheet. It's your own. It belongs to you now. You can always go over it. You can always look at it. The one we filled last year, I'm still looking at mine till now. Next one now is, who do you need to learn from? So you have your heart goals. Who do you need to learn from? Who is that person? When it comes to learning, I always advise, look at the person that is already doing what you want to do. Look at who has already achieved that goal you want to achieve. That is like the best person to learn from, because they will just hold your hand and take you to that point where you need to get to. Who do you need to learn from? You want to get closer to God. Who do you need to learn from? You want to read more spiritual books. Who do you need to even get recommendations from? Who do you need to learn from? You want to work on your heart. You want to work on your love life. You want to be able to love and not walk in anger, and not walk in bitterness, and not walk in envy. I don't even know I'm emphasizing on all these things this evening. Oh my, who do you need to learn from? Which book do you need to read? What is going to help you? Which class do you even need to pay for? Which videos, whether it's free resource on YouTube, do you need to help you achieve your heart goals? Next one is your health goals. Who do you need to learn from? Because there's someone that's already achieved that goal you want to achieve. You joining forces with them, or you meeting them to help you, is the easiest way to get there. Trust me. There are many things I wanted to do in this life, and I would have struggled if I did not know who to learn from. Just going to the right person that has achieved that goal just made it so easy for me to walk in their footprints, to follow their footprints. Relationship wise, you need to read some books on marriage. Who do you need to learn from? Do you need to read some books that would help you to socialize better? Who do you need to learn from? Next one, financially. Who do you need to learn from? Many times, and the reason we stay stuck is because we are still operating on our former knowledge. And until you upgrade, or you update your knowledge, or you start applying something new, you're going to remain stuck. Trust me, you will really remain stuck until you change what you know, or you upgrade what you know. I would have continued to struggle with business structure if I did not go and learn from someone. So who do you need to learn from? I would have continued to struggle with hiring the right people for certain roles if I did not read a book that helped me. Who do you need to learn from? Which book do you need to read? There are many things I would have been struggling with if I did not learn from the right people. The next one is, what daily habits would make this new version of you a reality? Remember, I talked to you guys about mission, how it is the daily steps that takes you to that your big vision. So if you have a heart goal, what are the daily habits? These are now your routines, the things you have to do. I want you to write it down, and I also want you to give it a timeline. So if it's, for example, let me use health now, daily habits. I will exercise 3 times a week. That's what is going to help this new version of you to come to pass, to become real. So you don't just imagine it anymore. It's now a reality. It can be 3 times a week. You're exercising 10K steps 3 times a week. It can be you're going to do your meal plan once a week. You're going to cook and put in the fridge. You want to eat healthy. You want to cook homemade food, not buying food outside up and down. So what daily habits? What daily habits? You might have to sit down and begin to create a system for your life. You look at your life and you say, okay, you write down all the activities you're engaging in. Then you begin to write it down. You write down your Monday, your Tuesday, your Wednesday, your Thursday, your Friday, and you say, every Monday, I will do this. Every Tuesday, I will do this. Every Wednesday, I will do this. You write it down clearly. Create a system for your life. I will go deeply into that one briefly. Let me just finish this number 10. So for your relationship goals, what habits will make it a reality? You can say, I'm going to read 1 book on relationships, 1 book on marriage every quarter. So that makes it 4 books on marriage. You're going to read a book on friendship. What habits would make you can say every month, once a month, you will go for an event, whether it's free, whether it's paid. What habits will make this new version of you a reality? Financially, what habits? It can be that you're going to consistently put yourself out there. Maybe every day. Me, I would advise every day, because other people are selling their products. You cannot come and be quiet about your own. But do according to your capacity. Is it 3 times a week? You're going to put your products out there. You're going to take advantage of the online market space, because the marketplace is not only the physical markets. We have an online market space now because of technology. So what habits would make this new version of you a reality? And when you now look at what is stopping you, you'll be able to know that, okay, if you do the reverse of that case now, you'll be able to make this new version of you a reality. Let me quickly round up with telling you guys, I'm going to repeat this: set systems for your life. How do you do that? I've explained this. Write down everything you do in your life. Write it down. Write a whole list. Then you begin to break it down. Your Mondays are for this. Write down everything you're going to do on Mondays. So this is your daily habits. You can begin to now section it and say, okay, for my health daily habits, I'm going to handle it every Monday, every Wednesday, every Friday. I will do 10K steps. It's that simple. So that you don't feel overwhelmed. Your Tuesday, you write down what you're going to be doing every Tuesday. Your Wednesday, your Thursday, Friday, Saturday, write it down like that. Why am I saying you should do this? It's because it's possible that your activities for Monday is not the same activities that you have on Tuesday. So have your activities, have your habits, have your routines for each day. Have your mission that would help you to achieve your vision for each day. Always think about it like this: you have a big tree in front of you. The more you cut actively, consistently, the more you're able to get that tree to fall down, if your goal is to get that tree to fall down. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I've come to the end of my section. Thank you so much, Madam Leslie, for bringing me on board. I'm grateful, ma.
Wow. Thank you so much, Maudlin. Thank you so much. This was so empowering. And I like the depth of clarity. So please, can you just say a word in the chat box? Say a word in the chat box. How was this for you? Say a word in the chat box. How is this going? How do you honestly feel? How do you honestly feel? Okay, someone said insightful. This is great. Okay, how do you honestly feel? Are you sober? Yeah, because I can imagine some people are sober. Okay, someone said super good, amazing. Oh, okay, someone said I have a lot of work to do on myself. Yeah, yeah, this is great. Okay, I want to see more reactions, more feedback before we go into our next session. Oh, someone said I forgot to add my friend. Why now? This could have been a gift to that friend. But we'll share the recording. You have the recording for the next 24 hours to do what you need to do with it. I'm a new version of myself already. Beautiful. So your new year has started. Highly inspired. My eyes are open so wide. Thanks, Maudlin. Sober. So much to think about. Yes, I just thought that somebody would be sober. Okay. Eye open. I really helped a lot. Amazing. Amazing. We are so happy that we were able to do this. So we move on to our next session. And let me share my screen. You remember I told you I was going to tell you I was going to come back with the last reason why you feel stuck. And for a lot of people, this happens to be the biggest reason. Someone said, okay, let me still look at the comments. Was just planning to make a timetable. I'm very humbled and need to work on myself amazingly. I have gotten my team for next year. I love that clarity. God bless you for the inspiration. Awesome. All right. So I mentioned that I was going to share my last reason for the lack of consistency and why you feel stuck. So let me share my screen. And like I said, for a lot of people, this is the biggest reason you feel stuck. And I love the diagram modeling used. You don't have a support system. You are doing life alone. Did you see? I wish I could pull back that diagram here, but I don't want to disturb the slides. Once you have said, okay, this is what I need to achieve, this is where I am, this is how I need, this is what I'm looking to get or do or be. The next thing you need is people. And you know why I thought that a lot of us might be feeling sober on this call is because you've looked. They say write down what you need to learn. Write down. You don't even know. You don't even like. Okay, I don't even know who I am. I don't even know what I need to learn. Okay, I've discovered that I'm struggling to start up conversations. I'm struggling to build new relationships. Where am I? They say I should learn. They say I should read book. Which book? Where am I going to? So you see that, like I always tell myself, if you've listened to me on any of my sessions, I think I repeat this one statement I repeat on almost all of my sessions because of how much I value knowledge. I tell myself, Lacey, there are things you don't know that you don't know. How would you know if somebody doesn't bring that knowledge to you? There are things that you don't know exist. It's different when you know, okay, I can go here and get it. It's now how do I go and get it? There are things that you don't even know exist. So how do you even access such information if not for people? And especially as women, I hear this, please, I don't talk to women. Oh, please, I like to do my thing. In this life, it's not good for anybody to be alone. Oh, you might have had experiences, but that should not be a reason why you should shut your doors against people, because that is your only solution to getting to where you need to get to. And why I said this is the biggest reason for a lot of us. You're doing life alone. You don't have reasonable people in your space. You push through stress alone. You try to motivate yourself alone. You try to build new habits alone. You see even this shit now. You've learned a lot. You want to go and sit down and feel it alone. By tomorrow, you'll be tired because some of the questions will be too deep for you to respond to. You try to maintain momentum alone. Like imagine if you had come to this call with a friend. Then when you people finish, you go and have a conversation. You sit down and say, hey, let's look at this thing, or our lives must move forward. Now, this is one major reason why you get tired. This is one major reason why you're not able to sustain the momentum, because you need somebody. You need people. People are the first environment that sustains us. We were created for people, amongst people, through community. And let me say this because I'm a person of faith. When God made man, he said, let us make man in our image. Now, when he needed to make man, he didn't say, let me make man. He said, let us. So if it took us, if it took a group, if it took a team, if it took a people to make man, then he will need a team, he will need a people, he will need a community to sustain man. You can't grow alone. You can't grow in isolation. Consistency is not built in isolation. We grow best in environments that reinforce who we are becoming. And can I tell you that your environment is not trees? You're not an animal. It is the lions that have the trees and all as their environments. Your first environment is the people that surround you, the words they speak to you, the things you see. That's your first environment. So you can't do life. You can't do life in isolation. You've probably tried motivating yourself with willpower. My question is, how far? How far did willpower carry you? You've probably tried watching videos or reading books online. Still, how far? AI is your friend these days. You are chatting with AI. Awesome. I use AI a lot. Before it even became rampant. You know, I have a background in tech, so I use it a lot. But then, it's not your community. You're not made in AI's image or AI's likeness. So AI cannot drive you. You probably said, okay, this one, I need my space. I need to focus on myself. You made private promises to yourself. How far? You've probably tried starting strong. You know that this year, what you've heard on this call is enough to power you 2026. And I'm here to tell you, sorry, don't repeat the same mistake to think that you can do it alone. You've told yourself that I will try harder next time. The problem with it is that there would always be a next time that you keep promising yourself to try harder. Because effort without environment fades. I've been there, I know what I'm talking about. I know the difference that people have in my life. I know the difference that having certain people have had in my life. Sometimes you're just in a random conversation and the person makes a comment and it sparks something in your mind. And you begin to see things differently and it expands your vision. You're sharing your vision with somebody and then the person is like, let's say you're telling the person, let me use money now, because who doesn't like money? Who doesn't want money? Who doesn't need money? Okay, I want to have a vision this year to make 10,000 cedis a month. And the person was like, 10,000 cedis. With the way I'm seeing you, you can actually do 50,000 cedis. That one is my husband for you. Like anything I bring to him and say, okay, I want to do this. The next thing, in fact, when I even told him of this conference and I said, we're looking to have this number of signups, and he's like, okay, this is what I'm believing for you. I'm like, okay. So you need to have such people in your space. You need people in your space. And let me stress this again. This is because environments shape identity. Environments build habits. It's not you. You don't have the power to. Let me give you an instance. I'm going to stress this. Stay with me. Let me give you an instance. Now, if you've stayed with somebody in the same room, like you've had a roommate for a long time, maybe there's something the person is doing you don't like, or there's a comment the person likes to make, or there's a, maybe there's a slang the person likes to use. Initially, you'll be like, what's that? Before you know it, you will start saying the same thing. You don't like it though, but it has rubbed off on you. That's the power of environment, because as human beings, we are highly influenceable. We are highly influenceable. We are shaped by the things that happen around us. So you need to curate an environment that empowers you. You need to curate an environment that reminds you of who you are and where you're going to. You need to curate an environment that empowers you. You need to take out from your life any environment that doesn't suit your destination. Because even the most disciplined person will struggle in the wrong environment. Put a fish on the land, a fish that can swim from left to right, it will struggle. And even an average person would rise in the right environment. You are timid, you are shy, you don't know. Get to the right environment. Look, it will rub off on you, because you see, the first 5 people in your circle, the closest 5 people in your circle, you are an average of them. You are an average of them. Divide their capacity by 5. Divide the 5 of them's capacity by 5. You are an average of them. Even when it has to do with money. If you have people in your circle making certain amounts of money, how much they're able to make divided by 5 is your capacity. Is that serious? So now that you know the right way to build consistency, you know the right way to set goals and enable you to grow progressively, what can stop you from achieving your goals and living a life of full progressive growth and capacity in the coming year? You have 2 options now. Option 1, we'll share the replay of this for the next 24 hours only. Watch the replay. Reflect deeply on your own, which is good. Refocus and reset all your goals. Great. Then try to implement everything alone. That's an option. You have a second option. Come into a guided growth community where you see people like me. You see people like modeling. We are many. This is just the 2 of us. There are a number of us like this, where you're supported, you're not pressured, you're held accountable, you're not judged, you're reminded, you're pointed to the right resources. When you say, okay, I'm looking for where I think I can. In fact, they open your eyes to what you need. Some is that we don't even know what we need. You sit with us, you have access to us. We open your eyes to what you need. You're guided in your seasons, and you're reminded of who you're becoming. Now, Minette, are you here? Maybe you need to hear from one of us, just briefly before I continue. Minette, if you're here, please share 1 or 2 before we continue. Let me allow you to unmute. Okay, please, you can unmute. Are you able to unmute yourself, please?
Okay, I think I'm muted.
We'll be
I
glad to
haven't.
see you. But
Okay.
go ahead. Go ahead if you're not ready to.
Okay, so thank you so much for this opportunity. And like you said, having a community that would assist you in times like this, it's also necessary because as women, we can't really do everything alone. So yeah, so this is the community that's also assisted, helped me, transformed me. So my testimony starts way back around 2021. Yes, and like I said, it was a year that I had goals. But as getting to the end of the year 2022, everything seems so stagnant. You don't really know what happened. And so the new year seems so bizarre because you don't even know what the new year would end up to be. You don't even know how to plan the new year. You don't even know the goals to even set. So that was me in that particular time of my life, you know. And I thank God how I gained clarity. I thank God how I gained clarity. I remember how I set up goals and I was like, this it doesn't seem so real to me. So I just cancelled it off, and that very year I was like, my goal for the year is just to know you, just to work with you, just to love you. Like one simple goal that I wrote in my book, and that was it for me. Having people that you could speak to, having people that could assist you, having people that would help you really brought clarity. How you would speak to somebody and you gain clarity on something, then it sparks something within you, and off realize that okay, I can do this. Just one word from somebody in the community, and then you're off. You're able to know the track to take. So that was how I was able to get back on my feet again. And that particular year, as I said, even though I began confused, not knowing what to do, every single thing from that 2022 till now, it's as if everything about me was well structured from the beginning. Trust me, because everything began to fall in place, from my marriage to my home to academics to career. I am not confused like I was that year. You wake up in the morning, that I have a sense of I have a sense of belonging, number one, because there's someone that you can always speak to from the community. Then you have a sense of being, I have something that I have to do. I have a goal that I'm trying to achieve, not just for myself, but also to help other people, both in the community and outside of the community. So that is my testimony. Let me put it this way. And I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to the community, not the people that the Lord brought my way to be of great help. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you, Minette. And we have more and more stories like that. So, which community are we talking about? We're talking about the New Eve community. Yes. So, we are a group of women who have told ourselves, who hold ourselves accountable to become the next best version of ourselves. So we create a guided growth space and tell ourselves we're going to be more intentional, we're going to be more responsible for our growth and keep ourselves aligned to who we are at our core. So at the heart of the community is a 1-year guided journey we call the Self Leadership Studio. So this starts from identity. We always start off from identity. Like coming January now, we're going back to identity because we strongly believe that for you to do anything more or anything different, you need to become a different person. I talked about be, do, have, of course. You need to become a new person. So we always start from identity. So if you struggled feeling the shit, I don't even know what I like, I don't even know what I don't even have passion for anything, calm down. We would take you through an eye-opening identity. And as we're doing that, we're encouraging you, or seeing people do stuff, then we take you through how you can develop that thing. You discover your diamonds, you discover your treasures, you discover the things within you, and point you to places and resources where you can go to develop those things. Aside that we point you to resources, you also have access to our own pool of resources. Things like simple digital tools that can keep you responsible. We see how she's saying, plan your day, write on Mondays. Something as simple as Excel can help you do that. Something as simple as Google Tasks. Like I use Google Tasks to keep me productive. Every day I open, I have my life categorized on Google Tasks. It pops up reminders and notifications once it's time to do something. So we'll teach you simple tools that you can use to organize yourself. You're still struggling with use of some of the digital tools. We have resources to help you. Some in business, some in accounting. You heard Molly, she's a business coach. I'm going to drop the link to her page. She's a business coach, seasoned business coach. So you have access to her. She's going to be sharing some of her resources. We have resources on marriage. You're struggling with marriage. You're even struggling with successfully carrying pregnancy without hating your mother and hating your husband and being irritable. We have something to help you. So you see that you have access to our pool of resources on motherhood, if you're a mom, on parenting, in fact, on anything concerning womanhood. If we don't have and you need it, we have capable hands that will develop things that will help you. So this is what the community is. This is who the community is for. If you're truly tired, it's not for everybody. We actually screen through who we take because we want to be sure that, we are all of one mind, because it matters to us who is in our space too, because you become our own environment and we want to keep growing. So it's for women who are tired of repeating the same cycles, women who are ready to be guided and not just inspired. Of course, if you went through this session, you see that we're not just here to inspire you. We want to guide, we want to hold you. We want to hold you accountable so much that you hold us accountable. So these are for women who are willing to do the inner work consistently. For women who want structure, who are willing to be accountable, and who are willing to grow. And we only want 30 women to join us after now for this next season we are opening up, because we open up entries from time to time. Only 30 women, because we want a number that we can be responsible to. We want a number that suits our own capacity. We talked about goals. Your goals have to match your season. So this is what we can handle. 30 people. And you get to apply, and we will screen, because like I said, we want to be sure that this is a curated community. We want to be sure that we have like minds. We want to be sure that you're ready for what you're coming in for. Because we're going to put our time into this, and we want to build it to a point where you become our own motivation. So this is not about numbers. We don't want a lot. This is about depth. We want people who want to say, I'm tired. Yes, I've now, from this session, I've seen what to do, but please, it's better off I just follow who knows road. If you've heard me talk, I say this a lot as well. Just follow who knows road, so that you can stop all this overwhelm of starting and stopping. So let me say this again. What you get on this journey is a 1-year guided mentorship, accountability and structure, community and support, identity goal alignment systems. Now, with all we are giving you, plus the access to our pool of resources, the access to, I should have even asked Maudlin how much she bills for a session. Yes, like for a class, if she needs to take you for a class. She takes classes where they have to lodge her in a hotel, they pay a flight ticket. So yes, you have access to such people. We have chartered accountants in our team that can help you deal with your tax issues. I'm sure she's hearing me, she's on this call. So the value would take like $497. But I told you we have a Christmas bonus. Let me see how many people. Yes, so we have 40 faithful people who have stayed with us till now. And for that reason, your investment is just your commitment, because this has been fully sponsored by Golden Heart Foundation. They reached out to us as part of their women's development corporate social responsibility. As part of that CSR, they are willing to sponsor 30 women to join us in our community and be a part of our self-leadership studio. So your only responsibility now is to be committed and then get your tools. Your tools, we mean your books, whatever books that we recommend that you get, because, oh yes, you're going to be reading. Your tools, whatever courses we recommend you go and pay for, you will go and pay for the course and take the course. So really what we need from you is your willingness, your commitment, and your attention. That's all you're going to assure us that we get from you. because they have paid and they will need us to do a review on how you are doing. So if this is something that interests you, first thing you want to indicate your interest. Then you indicate your interest now while we are on this call. Only people, because that's first criteria, you need to indicate. So please drop the link for people who want to indicate their interest to join our community. So you must indicate your interest now. The second thing you want to do, in the next 48 hours, you want to share your worksheet 1 and 2 with us, because it will help us assess where you are and how we can help you. 2 things it will do for us. It will help us determine whether we have what it takes to help you, so that we don't waste your time. It will also help us determine whether you are a great fit for us. We want to be sure that there is no mismatch. So please, but within the next 48 hours, because we believe that you have done a lot already on this call, and whatever you need to wrap up, 48 hours should be more than enough to wrap it up. So if you want to listen to the recordings again, go and listen to it, go and finish what you need to do and share your worksheet with us via email, or you can DM, if you need the email, you can DM any of the admins. We'll provide an email where you share your worksheet. Or simply put, you see all those emails you've been getting from us, just reply any one of them, we will get your worksheet. Reply any one of them with a link to your worksheet. We will do a short video on how you can share. So we just get your link. You give us access to view. We are not editing your sheet. Give us access to view your sheet so that we see, because it will be part of our screening process. Then when we have determined, we can now invite you over for, it can be an online, whatever it is, we will tell you what the next steps are. So only selected women will be onboarded. And the nature is that every week you get something from us that you get to learn in the studio. So we have something to share with you every week to keep you inspired, to keep you motivated, to guide you, and to keep you reminded. So you get to hear from us. We create a community. You also get to hear daily reminders, at least 2 or 3 times a week, reminders on the things that you need to do, aside those guided lessons. Then once a month, we meet physically. So like your onboarding session, your first meeting, more like a meet and greet, will be us meeting physically in January. Is this not beautiful? The way I so look forward to meeting a number of us already. So you meet all of us, you meet the team, everyone physically in a relaxed environment in January, so that we get to know ourselves, we get to understand ourselves, we get to understand your needs better, and we know how to support ourselves. Amazingly, we might be meeting you and realize that you actually meet our own needs. So yes, that's the value of a community. Know what you do, know what you're up to, know what you can do, know what we do, know what we are up to, know how we can help you. So we will start off with a physical meeting in January. Then subsequently, within the month, the online sessions, and it suits your schedule, it suits your time, because most of the sessions would even be recorded so that you get the time to watch it when you're able to, but you must do the work, yes. So we will need to determine that you're willing to do the work. This is our commitment to you. And we love what we do, obviously. You hear us speak, we speak so passionately because we want to see a lot more women rise. I mentioned that I have found myself over the years from university days in male-dominated spaces. And it puzzles my mind why we have few women. I studied civil engineering, we're only 3 ladies in that class, a class of over 80. Only 3 of us were ladies that survived civil engineering. Down to software engineering, we're always like the least represented. So this is us coming out to commit to say, no, it doesn't have to be that way. If we can understand our times and seasons and our abilities, we can do better. Because we are poorly represented in some areas, it's not favoring us. The thinking and the solution that comes from those places is skewed. It doesn't favor us. Few women are represented in the boards and companies. That's why they don't understand that maternity leave 3 months is too small. Because if we have more women, then we know that we should be taking like a year or 2. Yes, for you to truly heal and be stable to get back to work. So yeah, by the way, anyway. But yeah, so this is our commitment to get more women to rise, to get more women to discover who they are and set goals that suits their season and suits who they are, and set goals that they can stay consistently motivated towards. So please share the link so that people who are willing to take this opportunity can already take it. So this is me telling you, this is us and the New Eve team telling you, thank you for joining. Congratulations on a productive year, because this year, with all that you have heard, with all that you now see, with all that you have done, with all that you are now exposed to, we are certain that your next year would be productive. And Happy New Year is in order at this point. So, any questions? We have a few minutes and I should be able to take any question you have. Feel free to drop it here if you want to drop it here, or if you want to continue in the chat. Some of us, our husband wants, we will help you. I don't want to finish reading that, but we will help you because there's a skill and a wisdom in this thing. I deal with women, and I deal with, in the bulk of the women I deal with are married women and mothers. And you see, this husband matter is something that always comes up, but there is a skill to it. There is a skill to it. There are things you need to understand. There are things there's a who you need to become. There's a skill to this thing. Let me not talk for that. There's a skill to it. Okay. Somebody said, don't let them know you're leveling up. Don't worry. We can help you. There's a skill to this. All right. Thank you. Reading through your comments, seeing if there's any question. Please drop the link. You will need to fill the form so that we get your data and reach out to you with further instructions. You need to fill the form and then send us your worksheet 1 and worksheet 2 filled. If you have any issues sending us the worksheets, then also reach out to us so that we can help you get that information, because we need to see it to be sure that we are both compatible. Okay? All right. Thank you, Golden Heart Foundation. Yeah. All right. So please, I've not seen the link shared yet. Okay, the link has been shared. So please fill it up now, because we'll be closing entries after tonight. Because like I said, we don't want the numbers. We don't want multitude. We want people that we can actually connect with and make a difference in their lives. So yeah. All right. Location. Yeah, so we are located, thank you for that question, very valid, I didn't mention that. So we are located at, you see the Atomic Hacho Stretch, Accra, Atomic Hacho Stretch. Yes, you find us around there. So when we meet physically, we'll definitely be at that location. So I want to believe that a number of us will be able to make it to that location. Okay, did I answer that question? God bless you too, thank you, we're grateful. Thank you. All right. Awesome. Someone said my daughter and I are grateful. Oh yeah, love that. Okay. Fill the form, send us your worksheet. Yes, Atomic Hacho is the location. So yeah. So reach out to us. Whatever concerns you have, let us know. If you really want to be a part of this, feel free, DM any of the admins. Okay, so thank you. Thank you. I see all your thank yous. Thank you for being part of this tonight. We would share the recordings so that you can sleep in and take your time. But please don't forget to share your sheets within the next 48 hours with us. Happy New Year is so much in order. Bye.